friends, denizens of the internet. Hello, welcome back to another classic one-shot over here at Lost Time Gaming. I am Devo, and today we are jumping into the very first PlayStation X game I ever owned. It's called Perfect Weapon. Now, unless you're a weirdo or you were unlucky like I was, you've never played this game, because this game's terrible. And if you've never played this game, just be happy that, because this was the very first instance I've ever had, and probably like the only instance I ever had as a kid where somebody actually bought me a video game. That did not happen. Both my parents and my grandparents were against buying us video games. They would get us a console, but they told us that the video games were totally up to us, which sounded great at the time. But the one time I did get bought a video game, and this is probably why I didn't get bought anymore afterwards, was this. And I played it for about 20 minutes, and that was dying and starting over like 20 times. And afterwards I was asked, well, so what, do you like your new game? And like I had to look at them, and of course because I was just a crappy little kid, the first thing out of my mouth was, no, it's terrible. And, you know, obviously that kind of upset them, and totally understandable, because like that's, you know, you spent money on a game and your kid tells you it's crap, and how do you reconcile that? You just don't buy them games ever again. But in my defense, totally 100% accurate, this game is utter garbage, because what this is they tried to take a survival horror aspect a la Resident Evil or Silent Hill, and not even survival horror, but like survival, just as a free roam adventure. You pick items up and you, oh, here we go. PlayStation's like, oh, you weren't doing anything for 30 seconds. That means you must want the intro, right? And it's like, no, nobody asked for that, or the exceedingly long loading sequence. Oh no. But suffice to say, this is a adventure survival kind of game. You pick up items and you have an inventory. But some madman thought it was a good idea to have Tekken-esque style fighting. And now I say that, and people are like, oh, I love Tekken fighting. And they're like, now let me preface by saying it's some of the worst fighting in any video game I've ever played. And I played tournament fighters for a long time. I don't play them anymore. They aren't that fun for me anymore. I just don't have the manual finger dexterity to be any good at them. But I do appreciate them as having a part in gaming history. But the fighting in this game is just awful. And you can see, just from the fact that it's taking us about a minute and a half to go from loading the demo to canceling the demo to back to the main menu, you can kind of get a feeling of how bad this is going to be. But you know what? Let's just get into it. There's going to be some crappy cutscene, and yeah. This cutscene we'll actually watch, because I care about this cutscene, because it's awful, but again, this is part of my childhood history that I cannot shirk. Blasto was a weekend rental. This was the very first video game that was ever bought for me, because when I was younger, video games were bought for me and my brother, never separately. And again, this loading screen, like CD load times were no joke back then. And that's it. That's the intro to this game. that's the whole intro to this
Captain
game.
Blake Hunter recording. Current date unknown. Current location unknown. I'm utterly lost, utterly alone. Time and place mean nothing to me in this alien land. As for my abductors, they are nowhere to be seen. And so my only enemy at the moment is this brutal cold of this godforsaken land. I now venture out in search of shelter and answers.
All right, there we go. Oh man, the controls are just horrifically broken. Now, as the guy said, our first enemy is the cold. Now, you may be like, oh yeah, it's a survival game, you know, you just obviously. But no, it's so much worse than that, because you can see we're moving at about just a step a second. And there we go. One of these buttons was jump. I knew it was. But just come on. You did it before. Come on. He just refuses to do it. There we go. It's he's just constantly saying no way. All right, so now there's some wolves. We switched to Tekken fighting mode, and it's just terrible. Imagine playing Tekken Tag Tournament or whatever the modern was. That shows you how old I am. Is that the last one I know the title for? And every once in a while, the camera just faces behind you instantly. No, spins around. Just camera's behind you now. Sorry. And as you may or may not have noticed, our health is slowly draining. The cold will kill us. Not a exaggeration, or oh my. So how do we run? Okay, that's run. You move in a direction for a few seconds, and then you get in a fight with a wolf. Ha! Yeah, kick that wolf. That was just so awful. And then we got, what's that, alien crocodile man? Yeah, kick him. Kick him real good. Punch him a few times, good times. We're still alive. Nope, come on, you. It's always good in tournament style fighting when your character doesn't like lock on to the characters you're fighting. That was a big problem with, I want to say, what was it, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. It's like, oh yeah, this is a Mortal Kombat game, you're gonna do a lot of one-on-one fighting. Yeah.
No way.
But
No way.
it's just mash buttons, hope you can jump a platform. And it's like, no, that's like 2 inches. You can't cross that. You crazy. The controls just hate you, and the controls want you to die.
No way.
It's like you think it's L1 near a ledge to jump, but it's not. It's L2, and then it's not. Then L2 does nothing.
No way. No way.
Oh, it's just the worst. It's just the worst. I am trying everything I can to make him jump this gap, and he just wants no part of it. It's like, oh yeah, you just hold forward and the jump button. And it's like, no, that doesn't do anything. The game, in the words of the Angry Video Game Nerd, one of my all-time favorite YouTubers, the game just kind of does whatever the hell it wants. It doesn't care that you want to do something, and it just...
No way.
And now imagine getting this as like a 10-year-old and not being like well-versed in three-dimensional gaming. You would actively hate this game. So you can kind of see as to like why I didn't like this game. And why I again, totally in a not cool fashion, told my parents I didn't like this game. Because it was just awful. See, we can... Oh, here we go. We got a little combat going on. Beat the crap out of some more wolves. Yeah, kick that wolf. Yeah, kick the air above the wolf. That's smart. That's how you often fight wolves. You kick the air above them and then they die. It's totally normal. It's just the worst combat ever. And like, there were a lot of original PlayStation games with terrible combat. Don't get me wrong. There was like a whole bunch of them.
No.
Alright, I guess just no way. I guess that's... So we've used those. That was all the health kits we had mustered. Mustard. Alright, yeah, just take your time. It's cool, it's gonna take us 2 minutes to jump back across this gap anyway.
No way.
I didn't even see him jump the gap. You know, the camera pivoted over to here, and it was like, yep, that's it.
No way.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, that's what this is.
No way.
It's me taking crazy pills. And I am aware, because I've actually managed to do it one time playing this, that there's actually a way to stop, like you find like cold gear or something like that.
No way.
To stop the health drain
No way.
from the cold,
No way.
quote unquote. But
No way.
it's just awful. It's just awful. I can't get off this little island. It's like, oh yeah, this is a great camera angle. I'm glad we went with this. This is helping everybody involved. Yeah, let's walk like this. This seems good. This is a normal. This is. You want to say no way? No? Okay. Oh, better scoot towards that. That's important. Items respawn like it's an arcade game. Yeah, just foot scoot over that bad boy.
No way.
What way is it? Is it
No
this
way.
way? I'm just gonna sporadically push
No
all
way.
the buttons.
No way. No way. No way.
There we go. What was that? That was he said no way in front of an area I had not moved from.
No way. No way. No way. No way.
It's just it's mind-boggling. Somebody made these controls. And then
No way.
made the character say no way every time he went to do something, as if and that was going to be somehow helpful
No way.
or immersive to the player. It's maddening. So like you saw him leap like the 20
No
feet
way.
from the ledge to halfway onto this one last time, right? So clearly he's got the jumping skill to move like more than the 2 inches to cross that gap, and it's like, nah, no way, just no way.
No way.
No way. Get near a ledge? No way. Jump a gap? No way. Walk near a ledge, stop walking. Yep, just take a break. Got like a hidden stamina bar so we can only run for like 2 seconds. That's pretty fun too. Let's go over here and try and collect these health pickups that just vanished when I looked over in that direction.
No way.
It's like I gotta walk backwards near a ledge to find out where the sweet spot is to jump it. It's maddening. There's clearly a path over there. I saw the item sitting over
No
there.
way.
No way. Just no way. That's the way it is. Alright, well let's try this way then.
No way.
No, not that way specifically. This. Can we go this way? Hey, let's go this way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. Yeah, that's totally normal. That's a thing that happens. You know, I say it feels like it's like taking crazy pills playing this game, but like, if you get the chance, play this game.
No way.
Tell
way.
me it's not the most insane thing you've ever seen or done in your entire life. It's just maddening. Alright, so clearly we got too close. We got the no way. So let's slow walk it up there. Spam every button on the controller. Accidentally hit the oh, there was the buttons like switched. It was oh, you know what it is? I think I found it out. It's the buttons that you're facing. If you're facing left, it's like square and X to jump. If you're facing right, it's triangle and circle. What sense does that make? Oh yeah, combat time. Yeah, swing that foot around. Woo! Can't stop the foot of fury. Yes, go off camera. It's excellent. Yeah, what do you got? Come here. Punch the crap out of you. Yeah, just keep punching you until you're dead. Very good. Now let's go get that health kit before we die. Come on. No way? No way. Come on. Yep, this is how normal people walk. Nailed it. And then it's hard cut on the music. Oh, man. No way. And it's funny, it's like, even once you get the controls figured out, the game is still inherently not good. It's like being able to play the game is just like, okay, good, now you got to actually play it, and it's like, oh, what? I don't want to do that.
No way.
No way. Is it? No?
way.
No way?
No way. No way.
There's clearly a gate here, meaning the game's like, yeah, go this way. But, no way.
No way.
I like how there's a enter combat mode and spin to the right button. It's both. Like, if I hit L2, it ends combat. If I hit R2, it enters combat mode and spins to the right.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. Alright, well, clearly we can't go that way. Clearly that way is no way. How about this way? Can we go this way? Is this a way we can go?
No way.
No way? Okay. Well, I mean, there's nothing there, so that actually makes sense for a change, but... This is just the worst thing ever. And, like, I felt so bad saying I hated this game. But I couldn't... my thing in my life is that I try to not lie to people. Obviously, you don't always succeed. You gotta lie to people from time to time. Sometimes you gotta lie just to protect yourself from people, but... I tend to be too honest with people sometimes. And we're not even going to be able to fight these guys because I'm not going to make the jump in time. No, we're just going to die here. And that pretty much sums up Perfect Weapon in a nutshell. Is you start the game and then 10 minutes later, you're dead. We're in like a hyperbaric chamber now for some reason. That makes sense, right?
Captain Hunter, welcome to a better world.
And it's like, what does that even mean? I don't even know who the antagonist was in this game because it had a 5-second intro. But that's it for Perfect Weapon. Possibly one of the worst PlayStation video games of all time. And PlayStation had like more than one bad game, so. But as usual, that's going to be it for today's episode. Sorry again about the classic one-shots this week. I just wasn't really feeling up to it for the Resident Evil 0 because that's a slow and methodical thing, and I just wasn't feeling great this week. So that being said, we'll be back to Resident Evil 0 next week. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video today, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, get subscribed. Let me know down in the comment section below what you thought about my gameplay, my commentary, or anything else in general. That being said, thanks for watching, and as usual, I'll catch you all on the flip side.